How's it going, guys? Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe if you're new. Road to 100 subscribers starts now. Title of this video is what is the S&P 500? If you don't know what the S&P 500 is, it's an index of the Standard & Poor's 500 index. It's a market capitalization weighted index of the 500 largest publicly traded companies in the US. It's not an exact list of the top 500 companies, but it's a market capitalization because there are other criteria to be included in the index. Index is widely regarded as the best gauge of large cap US equities. Other common benchmarks include the Dow Jones Industrial Average or the Dow 30. There's also the Russell 2000 index that represents the small cap index. The S&P 500 does not provide a total list of 500 companies on its website outside of the top 10. Many of the top companies in the S&P 500 include technology firms and financial businesses. So like there's companies like Apple, Tesla, all the big boys are in there. We're gonna show you how you could profit from the S&P 500, and let's get into the video. Please subscribe if you're new, drop a like, and if you guys have questions, drop a comment. So what we're looking at here is the candlestick chart of the S&P 500 on tradingview.com. This is where I'm gonna be showing you guys all the charts on tradingview.com. You got a lot of tools on the side here. You got more tools on top. There's some stuff on the right side. It's pretty busy screen. Looks like a lot of confusion, but I'm gonna break it down for you guys. So right here it says SPY. So this is actually the ETF trust of the S&P 500. We will get into ETFs in another video, but it basically just means exchange traded fund. So if we type in S&P, it'll bring us the US 500. It's the same thing, same chart, except you can't actually buy the US 500, so you would go and purchase the SPY, which is, we're sitting at 389. That's the current price of the market. So if you wanted to buy the S&P, you could buy the SPY, but I know not a lot of people have $400 to just throw at the market. So let's look at a cheaper alternative. We're going to get into a little bit of ETFs, not much. I'll touch on it on a future video. But for now, we're going to look at something that's called the SVXY. It's actually a futures ETF that tracks the S&P, and it's a lot cheaper, and you get 3x leverage, which means you make 3% more profit if you invest in this ETF. So basically, if you were to invest in this, you're technically investing into 500 companies that the S&P contains, which is better than buying one stock from 500 of those companies. It's better to invest into something like this, where it's cheaper and you get more of a return. So for example, we're gonna go price range. Hold on here. Show you guys some basics here. Okay, let's go date and price range, I think. Let's go from here to here. So if we were to buy it down here when the market dipped and then sold it right here, that's a 28% profit margin, which is pretty good. Now if we were to go back to the S&P, let's say we buy the SPY, the normal ETF, it's not 3x leveraged. We'll get into more of that into a future video. We need to do the same thing. We're going to forecast the price and see the difference between the ETF and this one. They're both ETFs, but this one isn't leverage, and this is $400 versus $42. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's move this chart over. Don't remember. Okay, we'll just do this. So select this to this. See, we're only sitting at 13%. Where if we bought the SVXY, we would profit 28%. So it's basically double your profit if you were to invest in the SVXY. So we're gonna go. I'll just remove this. Let's see. Kind of just wanted to go over some basic stuff, tell you guys what the S&P 500 is, how you can profit from it, and to close out this video, I will show you guys what this is right here. So if you click on the top here, it says indicators and strategies. Type in moving, and you go to moving average. I already have it on here. It's right here. If you go to settings, you can go, so the time frame, so this would be like a 10-day time frame where you can go 15, or you can go 50, or a 100-day moving average. But let's just go to 50 and let's see what it looks like. So within 50 days, this is how the S&P has been moving. So moving average is a good guideline if you want to buy and sell a certain stock or ETF or crypto or Forex or whatever you want to invest in. Dogecoin, AMC, whatever you're feeling. Let's do the 15. 15 days, this is how it's been moving. You can see that it's mostly been upwards, an upwards gain. I'm curious, let's go to the SVXY. Let's go back to the SVXY. Let's pull up the same thing. We'll do a price range. So this was, as you can see, this was last year in June 12th, 2020 until now. So it's already up 50%. So let's say you put in 10 grand, you would make $5,000. So that's over a period. We're March 1st today, so that's more than a year. You'd obviously need a lot more money, but you need more money to invest to make more money, right? You need money to make money. There's a lot of other things I can show you guys, but I don't want to get I don't want this video to be too complicated and confusing for you guys. So I will kind of show you around these tools here. Mainly the top ones for now, just a couple. I don't really know what the ones on the right do, to be honest. So this is your ticker, symbol search right here. You can type in your favorite stock, Tesla, AMC, Dogecoin, BTC, all your favorites. Here's your time frames. So let's say you're a savage trader and you want to get in, get out real quick. You want to within within a minute or less, you want to buy, sell, boom, done. So let's say here, March 21st, 1958. If you bought here, let's see here, let's do the price range. Oop. And so that's what, half an hour? No, 2031, it's like half an hour. Let's move the time frame to the 50 a minute. A little better. let's say you were to buy down here. This was February 21st, a couple weeks ago. I'm going to zoom into more recent. We're March 1st right now. Let's break it down to the 5-minute frame. So let's move it over. March 1st, okay. This is February, March 1st. Oh, okay, this is when the market closed on Friday, and the market opened today. So the market was down here at 40 bucks or whatever, and it moved up. So let's say you were to buy it on Friday, you bought it here. And now you're sitting right here. It's 5% over the weekend, which is a small number, but 5% isn't bad. Usually you want to look at the 4-hour. I don't know why the chart looks like this right now. It's all striped and stuff. Don't ask me why. Good thing to do is look at the 4-hour and the daily chart and the weekly chart. You want to get the bigger picture. This is what the S&P has been doing. So let's look at the weekly frame here. This is what, January 2018 when we had that flash crash. See how much it dropped. Imagine if we were to sell it. Let's see here, the price range. Minus 92. So if you were to short, you'd make 92% profit, I guess. You always want to look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger, just a big red bar. That's crazy. You always want to look at the 4-hour and the day and the weekly for sure. You want to get the bigger picture, and then you want to look for an entry and you're planning on buying or you're planning on selling. Look at the daily, see which way the trend is going. Right now it's going up. So if I were to look for an entry, I would go on a smaller time frame. Right now, it looks like it's still going up. Let's go down to a 5-minute. So you can see how it traded below the moving average, and it's sitting right here. So it's technically a sell in the 5-minute. So if we were to buy, we would wait till it hits at least 42. If it hits 42, then we would buy it. If it hits 42.11, then it's going to break out. Let's go down to a 3-minute chart here. See how it went below here? Went below the 42 line. So we got support right there. I'll just draw a little support line. So there's your support line right there. We'll get into support and resistance in maybe the next video. But basically, see how there's a bunch of liquidity here and then it drops. That's basically what support and resistance is. Looking for the liquidity. So you also have some support right here, it looks like. Could be doing this wrong. Not an expert. Just trying to help you guys get the basics down. I don't even know what I'm doing. SPY isn't the best to show you guys, but let's look at AMC. I'm curious. Let's go to the daily. Let's see, what's the daily? Oh, look, it traded above the moving average here at 646. So it could be going to the moon, boys. Invest now. 920. Let's see. $20. When was this? January. Holy. Now it's starting to slowly move. Let's go down to 1-hour chart. crossed the moving average at $8. It's went above the moving average, so it's looking good. It's above. Trend line. So like a trend line is usually like something like that. And then you got like something like see right here in this triangle formation how it traded above, and as soon as it crossed the moving average right here, 975, it went down and it broke the resistance right here. See how it's sitting at 910 right now, but it broke right above here, like 891, fell below that support, and it traded down to 738, touched the moving average right there, tried to go past $9, but it failed and went back down. And then it was kind of just doing its thing, and then it went above 852. Then it went back down below the moving average. Then it hit the moving average, went above. So this was what, February 26th? And so Friday, the market closed. It closed at 817. The market opened. Show you guys how to read a candle really quick here. So Friday is when the market closed. So it jumped up. So the bottom right here is where the market opened. It opened at 877. It went all the way up. This was the high of the day, 918. Then it closed like right here. I think this was the low of the day. Or this was the low of the day. Or it opened here, dropped to its low. I believe it went up and then closed right there. I believe that's how. If it opened there, it dropped down. Yeah, because this closed right here. So it opened, dropped, went all the way up to hit the high, came back down. Then see how it's kind of forming another triangle right here. See that little triangle right there? If it crosses right here, it's going to explode past. If it breaks, see how these candles are hitting it? It hit, bounced down, hit, bounced down, stayed in between the triangle, kind of went above, came back down. So now it's struggling. We're currently at 950, and if it goes above, it's going to explode to the upward side. But there's potential that it could go below, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But those are the basics anyway. Kind of got lost into it, but that's the S&P 500 for you guys. That's the basics. Don't buy the S&P. Invest into SVXY, which tracks the futures for the SPY, which is the S&P 500. And see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a like, press that like button, and drop a comment if you guys have any questions or any topics that you want me to cover. I'll gladly jot some notes down, make some videos for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.